Today, we're 3D printing a soap dish.
Some soap will be required.
Hello. If you have been with us for a while, you may remember that we got a 3D printer in the spring. We've used it a little bit. So far, we have just been making things that you can find online on Thingiverse. So basically, they are patterns that already exist and you just pop them into your printer software and print them out. So we've made a vase and some Gravitrax tracks and a little spinny thing. We made a slightly more complicated She-Ra sword, which is my favorite thing so far that we have made. But we thought that maybe this week it was time to fool around a little bit on Tinkercad. I would say that it's fine. It's not super complicated like some of the really exciting paid versions of 3D software. It's kind of a great place to start, and it's fine for what we've been working on. They give you some tools that you can use, shapes, and you can bring in letters, and it's kind of a good introduction. It teaches you sort of how the things work. But today, I thought that I would go all the way to designing my very own thing from my brain. And we've been talking about making
Felted soap.
Yes, we haven't done it yet. But I've been sort of thinking in my brain, wouldn't it be neat to have some kind of a custom one-of-a-kind soap dish that we could put our soap on? So I designed all kinds of exciting different things, like I made some with letters, I made some that looked like little bubbles, and then I came up with a design. What if I did sort of wavy lines and then made a bunch of them and somehow connected them together? That would take care of the keeping it off of the surface, give it plenty of drainage so that it can dry. So that is where I started. Since I wanted to make this myself, I used kind of the scribble tool to make some wavy shapes. And then I shrunk it so that it was not too thick. And then I repeated it over and over and over and kind of played with how far apart they are and how big they needed to be. And I made some like skinny little cylinders to hold it all together. I don't know. It seems like a good idea. We'll see how it turns out. I'm really not sure. I had to add a few more sets of waves because it wasn't nearly large enough. It looked exactly like the good proportions for a soap dish on the screen, but apparently you can't 100% trust your computer screen, because I measured it and I was like, it was like that big. There's not a lot of soap that's quite that big. Yes, that's how big it will be once you use it and it gets all shrunken down. But maybe not to start. So I played with the scale and everything like that. It seems like it would work, and so off it goes to print.
I'm so excited.
It's always fun. It's like Christmas when you come down and it's printed and you're like, yay! Or you're like, yeah, it's something. It finished! It only took like 2.5 hours. So we let it cool off, and here it is.
So for those of you who think you can just 3D print something and take it off the printer and it's ready to roll, no.
Not so much. So there ends up being these little filaments on the bottom that you need to pop off, and also because I had space underneath my waves, the printer software kind of fills that in so there's no undercuts, because I can't print if there's nothing for the print to sit on. So we are just going to have to pop those guys off on fast forward.
I kind of want to do it. So, here is the finished product.
Not bad. And here is what we removed. That's not my favorite part about 3D printing, is there does seem to be more waste than is strictly necessary. But it's kind of cool. You can make like stuff, actual interesting, cool stuff. So I happen to have the soap that we bought in anticipation of our felted soap making project. By the way, felted soap is really cool. It's like having a scrubby washcloth wrapped around your soap. And then if you do gardening or you get like a lot of grease on your fingers from, I don't know, motorcycle maintenance, I don't know what you do, spray paints, all that kind of stuff comes off way easier and it's sort of like nice and softening, not like a scrub brush or something like that. I like it. I think it's cool. It's fun to make. So stick around for that video. But here is the size that we were thinking of using. And I mean, it fits right on there. It's kind of the perfect little tiny soap dish for it.
Also, it smells really good.
It does smell good. So I think this is cool. I mean, it's just a prototype, so I might do it a little bit differently next time. Maybe I would make the waves a little bit taller. Maybe you want to make it more exciting, kind of more dramatic. But so that is pretty cool. I'm satisfied with my very first, out of my head, 3D printed project, soap dish. I would probably make it differently the next time, but that's okay. That's why we prototype, and it just takes one quick afternoon to print it out. So, I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. I definitely will try it again. I might make it a little bit different, maybe space these out a little bit more, because they really don't need to be super close together. That might give it sort of a more open, airy kind of a look. Which would be neat, I guess? We'll have to find out. But I will keep on working with the Tinkercad and see what else I can do, and I will let you know. I'll definitely put any future soap dishes on Instagram, and anything that I come up with between now and when we do our felted soap, I'll show you in the felted soap video, because we have 2 soaps. We're gonna need 2 soap dishes. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of video with the making and the stuff, make sure that you subscribe right underneath the video and click the notification button so that you are informed when new videos come out. They come out on Tuesdays.
And Saturdays.
And if you have your notifications on, you'll know when we make that felted soap video so you don't miss anything.
It smells really nice over here.
You'll just have to imagine. So until the next video, we will be here. I will be thinking of maybe some other kind of soap dishes to make and whatever else I can think of to make with 3D printer. It's so exciting. Until then, be awesome. And we will see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.